Hi everyone, trust you all are doing well. So now we're going to deal with the image component in Next.js. Quite a powerful component, and it makes working with images quite a breeze in Next.js. So let's go to our public folder. I got an image here called workstation.jpg. So as you can see, if we look at the bottom right here, you will see the size is 576/3840 and the file size is 5.63 megabytes. So you will know if you use this image in your application, you will run into some performance issues. So how do we deal with images like this or any image in Next.js? Let's go to our index file. So in our index file right here, in order to normally we would do is we will use an image tag like this. Now, how do we actually access any image inside our public folder? All we have to do is we just have to specify / and then obviously the name of the image. Right, so as you can see, we got a / workstation. So if I save that, you will see we got our image right there. Now, in Next.js, we don't use the image tag like this. What we have is we got a special component to do that. So you bring in import image from next / image, and then you change your image tag to image like this. So if I save that, we're going to get an error because there's a couple of things that we need as well. So if I save that, as you can see, for any image, we need the source, all right, with the source and the alt, okay, obviously. And then we need a width and a height. With regards to the width and height, it can be any numeric value. So in this case, we can make it 250 by 100, just like that. Or you can make it in pixels. Or you can use percentage, like this. Or you can use standard CSS properties. So in this case, we can say view width, or the other one will be view height. You can use any of those. So in my case, I'm just going to leave it as 250, and that if I save that, you can see it saves it right there accordingly. Another thing that we can do is, like it said, if we leave out the width and the heights, we can put a layout property. Now layout, we can set it to fill. So if I press save, it will actually fill the whole screen with that. Now that's not what we're looking for, but I just wanted to show you that's what you can do as well. So let's quickly add our width and height back. All right, so the moment we put the image tag right there, you guys remember that we had the file size of 5.63 megabytes. So if I go to my developer tools right now, and if I refresh the page, you will see the file size of our image is being reduced to only 12.44 kilobytes, speeding up the image as well. So optimizing it for loading, and it's got a file type. It changed from a JPEG to a correct optimized version, which is WEP. As you can see, WebP right there. What you can see, it is cached right there. So let's quickly go to our next folder right here. So inside our next folder, our images, under images, you will see that we got the image right there. Right? So there's additional attributes that we can add to our image right here. So we obviously have discussed the width and height. Another one that we have is called quality. By default, the quality is set to 75. So if we add quality in here, by default, it's set to 75. So you don't see this default right there. So you can set it to whatever quality you want. Obviously, 1 being the lowest. So if I save this, you will see the image kind of reduce in quality very soon. And 100, as you can see it, not very nice. But if I go to F12 again and refresh the page, you will see the image size even got lower to 3.43 kilobytes. So by default, it is set to 75. So obviously you can set it to 100 if you want to increase the quality. So if I refresh this, you will see it's now 63.04 kilobytes. Still very much smaller than the 5.63 megabytes. All right, so that's one of the properties. The other one that I've just showed you guys right now is called layout. Now, in layout, there's a couple of attributes that we can assign. The first property in here is called fill. So that will obviously fill the container. It will basically grow in the X and the Y axis to fill the container itself. The other one is fixed. Now, fixed, basically, it will keep the width and the height. So as you can see, it's set to 250 by 120. It will stay that way. Doesn't matter the size of the screen. That's fixed. The other one is responsive. So that is kind of self-explanatory. What that will do is will just scale to the width of the container accordingly. So if it's on a mobile phone and all that kind of stuff. And the next one that we have, by default, the layout is set to intrinsic. So if we remove this right here, by default, it will be intrinsic. All right, so let's say we have the fill or the responsive layout property right here. What we can do, let me just close this. What we can do, let me just set the quality to 75. If I set it to 75 and I save that, it will be better if I remove it because it will actually just save it as such. All right. The next thing that we can do, let's say we set the layout property to full or responsive. What we can do now is we can deal with CSS property called object fit. Now, object fit, if you guys remember, it will have a contain, or you can set the image to cover, or you can set it to fill, or you can set it to scale down. All right, that's the kind of ones you add in there. So you don't need any other CSS properties. And this is for responsive or full. So let me just quickly do this one to set it to contain. And what I will do is I will actually just make this 100 view widths. And I'll set the height to 100%. If I do that, you'll see it kind of contains the image inside the container. Right? If I set it to cover, just watch the image. As you can see, it fills the whole container with the image. So it covers the image. The other one that we have is obviously fill. So if I do fill, as you can see, it fills the space. Right. So that's how you can do it. Another one that we have in here is called object position. Now this one, you can set it if you want to put it in the center. Let me just put this as contain. All right, because you will easily see it. So if I want to do that, I can set it to the right top. So if I save that, as you can see, it moves up right there. Okay, so that's a couple of extra things that you can add to your image. Now, basically the benefit of it is it optimizes automatically the image to the right sizes, and you can have a lot of properties that you can add in here. All right, now the other thing is all images in Next.js using the image component, it means all images will be lazy loaded. So any image, let's say we got this website right here and we have images that's not in the view of the screen right here, you can obviously, it will not load because it's lazy loaded. It will only load the images that's needed for the screen right there. You can obviously change that behavior, but that's a little bit more for advanced users. So as you can see, it's quite a powerful component. It'll give you a lot of freedom and you don't need to worry about image optimization. And another way to actually get the images inside your component right here is you can import the image. So all we have to do in here is we can import, and I'm just going to say work image from, and then we can just say, but go to the public folder. Okay, so inside the public folder, and then we can just go to the workstation.jpg, just like that. So we got our image right there. So now we can just render the image in here. So I can just bring in that work image. So if I save that and I refresh the page, as you can see, it renders quite nicely. So if I press the F12 and I refresh this again, so as you can see, it's cached and you can see the size of the file is 12.44 kilobytes. All right, so that's an end of this episode, guys. If you like it, please give it a like. and all the YouTube stuff. So thank you guys, and see you in the next one. Adios.